I never sought my parents' approval on anything. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am fucking, and that is a steering wheel, and it's in my shot. But it's the best I'm gonna do out here. So wait for my son to get out of school, and it is very sunny, which I'm not complaining. I like it warm. I'm a little brownish white man. I'm a white man who's more brown. At least that's what my son tells me. So, all right, guys. Here's what I want to tackle right now. Because over the years, I believe that I was just given DNA that I just never sought my parents' approval. I've had many friends, other family members that were always seeking to make their parents happy. Or if they had a life decision they wanted to make for themselves, they were terrified that their parents would not approve of it, right? They have chosen career paths, partners in life, raised their children. All these big decisions that nobody should make in your life except for you. And then in a different focus, I guess your mate, if you're married. It should be a team effort, and you should consider their feelings as well. But at the end of the day, growing up, my parents were like, you need to do one of two things with your life. You either need to go and join the army, or you need to go work for like Ford Motor Company, because since living in the Detroit area, we have the big three. And the way they presented it was, you go work for somebody, and in 30 years, you can retire. So to me, I took that as in 30 years, I get out of prison, because they made it feel like it was just going to do my time, punch the clock, and move on. And I looked at that as a failure. I looked at that as a waste of my life. And I don't know if it's because I'm more of a risk taker, more of an artist, someone who likes to color outside the lines, rebellious maybe, but I needed to own my journey. I felt like doing those things would have felt to me like I gave up. And, I gave up dreams for a sense of security. Now, if you're a guy who has a couple of kids and, maybe you got married young or had some oopsie moments, and now you're responsible for other people, and you're not like a young single person like I was, then you know what, you kind of made your decisions and there's consequences. And it doesn't mean you can't live your dreams, but it just might be a little bit longer to achieve or a little harder. So, I understand that there's different circumstances, but I never, at the root of it, sought my parents' approval for anything I ever did. So some could say that I'm stubborn, and thick-headed or whatever. But I just always thought, what? Everybody is brought into this world, and you've got this one life that we know of to live. And I should be able to have the freedom to live it the way that I want to. And so I was never really intimidated by, the opinions of others or by judgment or anything. There's times where it's been, there's a ton of rejection from it. And I just would laugh because it did not faze me. I just recognized it. And I thought, I don't really care or judge what somebody else is doing. It's their life. And just like I wanted the freedom to do what I wanted, I thought, whatever you want to do, great, I support you. You ever have those friends that they get a promotion or something really good happens in their life, and people around them that, they assumed loved them and were their friends and there for them, kind of turn on them a little bit, right? Because their success and their happiness now changes them a little bit. It changes how you fit into their world, and they don't like that. That people inherently don't like change. Change is uncomfortable, it's painful, but change is where you have growth. And I always like to be around people that were like-minded in the way of pushing out of a comfort zone and believing in yourself and being supportive. And you just have to realize that whatever you're trying to achieve in your life, if you're not getting a lot of support, that's okay. As long as you have one person, and that's you, and you believe in your dreams and you're working hard, that's what matters the most. You don't want to disrespect your parents, you know, but you also want respect from them. And showing them respect doesn't mean doing what they want you to do as far as a life choice, career choice. When you're under their roof and you're young, yeah, you know, they've got rules, they have ways, whatnot. But when you're of an age of accountability and you're an adult, you don't have to do what they want you to do. You are perfectly free to get up and leave and blaze your own trail, pay your own bills, be responsible for yourself. If they're not willing to listen or be supportive of what you want in your dreams. When I was 15 or 16, I decided that I wanted a tattoo. I was going to put a cross on my shoulder. So I went to my parents and I announced to them that I was getting a tattoo. And they looked at me and they said, "You know what? That's a great idea." I said, "Really? I wasn't expecting that." I'm like, "Yeah, that you're your own man. You're becoming an adult. You can make adult decisions." So I'm buying this hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm an adult. I can do what I want now." "Yeah, you don't have to answer to anybody, do you?" I'm like, "Nope, you're right. I'm my own man. I'm going to get that cross on my arm." He said, "That's great." And as an adult, that means you pay your own bills. You have your own house. You have your own car. You pay your own car insurance. And they kept going and going with all the responsibilities. And I was working part-time, but also playing sports in high school. I quickly realized there's no tattoo that's going to happen while I'm under their roof. So to this day, I still don't have a tattoo, but never say never. All right, guys, that's all I got to say. Like, share, subscribe. Talk to you again soon.